Got a little exhibition event for you today, guys. No defending champion in this one. We're just going to try to have a little fun here in NRG Stadium. And we're still looking for some trucks that we haven't been able to locate yet, but hopefully we can bring you some cool monsters out here in this one. Extreme Monster Truck Championship World Finals here in NRG Stadium. Introducing first, a great trucking driver. Please welcome Bernard Light in Alien Invasion. Next truck out is a fantastic driver, the king of the monster trucks. Big horsepower in this Ford. Please welcome Eric Tack in Bigfoot. Next truck out is a 41 Wheelies and a fantastic driver. Running the black and red design today, looking to make the competition walk the plank. Please welcome Alex Blackwell in Captain's Curse. Next truck out is a legendary trucking driver, running his older design today. The Mega Power Ford, cocked, locked, and ready to rock. Please welcome Scott Hartsock in Gunslinger. Next truck out is the alter ego to Doomsday. A great driver looking to make a statement out here today. Please welcome Norman Miller in the New Earth Authority. Next truck out, a fantastic driver from Canada, a World Finals Freestyle champion. Please welcome Cam McQueen in the Northern Nightmare. By the way, guys, we are going to get back to the defending champion thing soon. Just trying to do the little exhibition thing here and there. Next truck out, a big, powerful Dodge, part of Hall Brothers Racing. Please welcome Tim Hall in Ramunition. Next truck out, another fantastic truck and driver. Always playing it safe, but at the same time, never afraid to go all out. Please welcome Mark McDonald in the Safe Auto Minimizer. Next truck out is a legendary trucking driver, bringing out his second generation style here today. Please welcome Gary Wiggins in Mopar Magic. Next truck out is another legendary trucking driver that has been around for a long time, going back to his debut design this evening. Please welcome Alan Pizzo in Predator. Next truck out is another Dodge and another great driver, bringing out his black and blue smoke design today. Please welcome Buddy Tompkins in Raising Cane. Next truck out is another big Ford. Great trucking driver, still looking for that big win in our competitions though. Please welcome Don Frankish in the Maniac. Next truck out is another great truck and driver. Here comes the... Oh, good Lord. Here comes the boom. Please welcome Ryan Disharoon in the Saigon Shaker. My apologies for that. Next truck out is a classic Chevrolet and a great driver that is never afraid to stand on the gas. Please welcome Phil Foster in Tropical Thunder. Next truck out is a classic Ford and a great driver. I believe that this truck became the first sudden impact, if I'm not mistaken. Please welcome Ron Bolson in Storm Warning. And last but not least is a legendary driver running a big powerful Ford from the Penda series. Please welcome Andy Brass in Wildfoot. Alright, round one, here we go. Gary Wiggins and Mopar Magic going up against Bernard Lott in Alien Invasion. We come off the line and we go over a small ramp here to the turn, and then we go over the big ramp that will be the finish line, and then we go around another turn over a small ramp and back to the turn to the finish line. Bernard Lott has the lead in Alien Invasion. Gary Wiggins trying to make up some ground. Here they come around the final turn. It's going to be close. Oh my, what a race. It's very close. And Gary Wiggins pulls it out in Mopar Magic. Up next, Alan Pizzo and Predator going up against Eric Tack and Bigfoot. Legendary trucks and drivers here. These two have been around for a long time. Whoa, Alan Pizzo slides way wide in Predator in the first turn. He's on two wheels, having some problems, but he's still right there. We got a good race. We are pretty even. Coming to the final turn. We got a good one going. Here they come to the line. It's going to be another close one. What a race. Very close. And Alan Pizzo gets the win in Predator. Up next, Buddy Tompkins and Raisin Kane going up against Alex Blackwell and Captain's Curse. Here we go. Buddy Tompkins was snoozing on the line there. Alex Blackwell gets a good jump in Captain's Curse, and he has the lead around the first turn. He's a little bit crossed up. Coming to the second turn, wheels up in the air. He slides a little wide, and Buddy Tompkins makes up the ground. We got a pretty even race. Coming around the final turn. Here they come, and it's gonna be Buddy Tompkins and Raisin Kane making up the ground and getting the win. Up next, Don Frankish and Maniac going up against Scott Hartsock and Gunslinger. A big Ford battle here, a big race for Don Frankish and Maniac. He really wants to get a big win in this truck. Gets a little bit of a hard landing there. Scott Hartsock has the early lead. They both get a little crossed up over the big jump there. We got a pretty good race. Scott Hartsock has a slight lead in Gunslinger. It looks like coming to the final turn. Here they come. Who's it going to be? And it's going to be Scott Hartsock in Gunslinger. Oh, there goes Maniac. Oh, my. And Gunslinger moves on. Up next, Ryan Disharoon in the Saigon Shaker going up against Norman Miller in the New Earth Authority. Great drivers here. Ryan Disharoon has been with us before, but it's our first look at Norman Miller in the NEA Police. Here we go. Ryan Disharoon goes wide, and Norman Miller has the early lead. Coming around the next turn, he's got the lead. He just has to hold it straight and steady. Ryan Disharoon trying to make up some ground, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Norman Miller gets the win. Over goes Ryan Disharoon, and the NEA Police moves on. Up next, Phil Foster and Tropical Thunder going up against Cam McQueen in the Northern Nightmare. Phil Foster, another one taking a nap at the line. My goodness me. That is two. Raising Cane as well took a nap at the line but was able to come back and win. This is a Ford versus Chevy battle. Phil Foster is behind, trying to make up some ground against Cam McQueen, a great driver in Northern Nightmare. Here they come to the line, and Tropical Thunder almost made up the ground, but it looks like Northern Nightmare still got him. Up next, Ron Bolson and Storm Warning going up against Tim Hall and Ramunition. Ford versus Dodge. Big horsepower in both. Whoa, watch out! Storm Warning. That could have been an ugly landing right there for Ron Bolson. We got a pretty even race. Coming to the next turn. Both drivers having decent runs so far besides that little hiccup. Oh, Tim Bolson having a little trouble there just as I say it, getting squared up for that small ramp. Here they come to the line, and it's going to be Tim Hall in Ramunition getting the win. Up next, Andy Brass and Wildfoot going up against Mark McDonald in the Safe Auto Minimizer. Big Ford battle here. As we've mentioned, this Wildfoot truck more known for the straight line races, but Andy Brass cannot afford to struggle too much in these turns against a great driver in Mark McDonald in Safe Auto. We got a good race so far. Mark McDonald gets around that turn a little quicker though in Safe Auto. Here they come to the final turn. Andy Brass had a good run, but it wasn't enough. Mark McDonald in the Safe Auto Minimizer gets the win and moves on. On to round two now. Gary Wiggins, Mopar Magic going up against Norman Miller and the New Earth Authority. Here we go. Gary Wiggins has looked a lot better in Mopar Magic. Oh, he bounces a little bit, goes a little wide, and that gives Norman Miller the early lead once again in the New Earth Authority. Norman Miller has been very strong and smooth around this track. We got a pretty even one now. Gary Wiggins makes up a little ground, but it doesn't look like it's enough ground. A little crossed up. He hits the van. Norman Miller gets the win in the New Earth Authority. Gary Wiggins still trying to get that truck settled down. Norman Miller moves on. Up next, Alan Pizzo and Predator going up against Scott Hartsock and Gunslinger. Two absolute legends of monster trucks. This should be a great race here, folks. Alan Pizzo trying to whip Predator around. He had some problems in the first round in that turn. Scott Hartsock a little crossed up in Gunslinger. Has a little trouble over the big ramp. He's still going. It looks like he still has a slight lead. Well, he's got the back tire up in the air. Here they come to the line. It's a close race. Very close. Oh my. Predator does a little kitty cat cartwheel there. And the winner is Gunslinger. Scott Hartsock holds on to win it. Up next, Buddy Tompkins and Raising Cane going up against Tim Hall and Ramunition. A big Dodge battle. Buddy Tompkins has a much better start that time after taking a nap in round one. Raising Cane a little lower to the ground. We got a pretty even race coming over the first big jump to the next turn. It looks like Buddy Tompkins has a slight lead in Raising Cane. Coming to the final turn, who's it going to be? Tim Hall slides a little wide in Ramunition. It's a good race. It's over. He goes. Raising Cane's upside down, going for a wild ride. But Buddy Tompkins does get the win in Raising Cane. Up next, Cam McQueen in the Northern Nightmare going up against Mark McDonald in the Safe Auto Minimizer. Our last matchup for round number two. This should be a good one, a big Ford battle. Two fantastic drivers. It looks like Mark McDonald has the early lead in the Safe Auto Minimizer. He has been very smooth, so has Cam McQueen in the Northern Nightmare. Mark McDonald has the lead. Coming to the final turn. Here he comes. This guy's looking great. Wheels up a little bit, but he gets the win. And they're both going over. Mark McDonald saves it. Cam McQueen Couldn't save it. He's on his lead, and Safe Auto moves on. On to the semifinals. Buddy Tompkins and Raising Cane going up against Norman Miller in the New Earth Authority. Both of these trucks have been fast and smooth. These two great drivers. Oh, Buddy Tompkins goes a little bit wide in the first turn, and once again, Norman Miller has the lead in the New Earth Authority. He has been smooth and fast all evening long in this truck. And here he comes around the turn. Norman Miller is flying in the NEA Police. Over goes Raising Cane again. He's upside down, and he brings it back, and Norman Miller's flying to the finals. Alright, next up, Scott Hartsock and Gunslinger and Mark McDonald in the Safe Auto Minimizer to see who goes to the finals to join Norman Miller in the NEA Police. A big forward battle. Again, two fantastic drivers. This should be a good one. Both of these guys have been at the top of their game all evening long. It looks like Mark McDonald has a slight lead in Safe Auto coming to the final turn. Here they come to the line, and it's going to be Mark McDonald. He's going to the finals in the Safe Auto Minimizer. Oh, he's going over. Oh, he can't save it that time, but he's going to the finals. On to the final round, folks. Mark McDonald in Safe Auto Minimizer going up against Norman Miller in the New Earth Authority. This should be a great finals, folks. Mark McDonald has been close before, but hasn't won one. Norman Miller hoping to win one in his first ever appearance. Mark McDonald keeps it closer than anybody has in the last few races with Norman Miller out of that first turn. We got a good one going, coming to the final turn. Here they come, and it's going to be Norman Miller. The New Earth Authority has been on a completely different level the last few races, and he claims the title here at NRG Stadium for the Extreme Monster Truck Championship World Finals. And he, in his debut in our competitions, gets a huge win. Mark McDonald will have to wait for another day to get his big win in the final rounds, but he was fantastic as well. But Norman Miller has been absolutely flying in the NEA Police. Congratulations to Norman Miller for that big win. Enjoy the rest of his freestyle celebration. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And as always, we will see you next time with some more monster truck action. So long, everybody.